What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Mob Podcast. My name is Nick. I'm joined in studio by Biceps McGee, also known as Mr. Matt Samson. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing good. The weather's good. I'm good, you know?
Yeah. It's funny. You're the only person I know who goes from the winter look of white, very white, to tan in one day.
Fuck spring. I'm just ready to look like Jaylen Brown by July.
Yeah, what is it? It feels like it is July looking at you.
Yeah. Well, no, in my mind it is. You know,
I'm going to change your name to July in my phone. Do me a favor. Do us all a favor, handsome. Fix that collar.
Yeah,
you look too good to have it be.
Like that?
You know, well, yeah, and it's not your fault.
No, looks like he's in season 1 of White Lotus.
He does.
A little White Lotus vibes. You know, check out our reviews on, on the channel.
I like that.
Good. I threw that in. Yeah, sprinkle that in. Yeah.
Nobody told you to say that was very good.
Sprinkle it in. Yeah.
Behind the cameras, pushing all the buttons as usual, is my amazing producer, Josh.
Yo.
Josh, thanks for being here. And live from Gotham City, writer-director extraordinaire, RJ Curreri.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here as always.
Pleasure to have you. Now, this episode's a little special because it was kind of a light news week, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
It was a fucking light news week.
All right.
But
Make shit up.
RJ, part of the reason he's so extraordinarily extraordinaire is because he loves, and correct me if I'm wrong, RJ, he loves nostalgia. And I do too.
Hey.
I do too.
And so our first topic of the day is something from many moons ago that was reprised very recently. And that, my friends, is Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh, nice.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
That
finally.
was re-released in theaters this past weekend to, by the way, huge numbers. I couldn't believe it. I saw the post on Instagram. I sent it right over to RJ. RJ made it the first topic of the episode. Nice. RJ, give us some numbers here. How did Revenge do?
Well, in total, we got a $42 million global weekend.
Okay.
25 million domestically, 17 million internationally. What's impressive about it too is it came in second in the box office behind Sinners, which we can talk about in a minute too, because that actually had some records too. It actually made more money in its second weekend than its first.
Damn.
It's very rare.
Well, it's probably because of the publicity, no? People have been talking about it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And but what's impressive is that Revenge of the Sith beat out The Accountant 2, which also came out that weekend, which I know had some good critics buzz about it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It shows, I think, that people do still love Star Wars. They just like good Star Wars.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Matt, I want to get your opinion on this too, but for a movie that came, when was the original release date? 2005?
Yep.
2005.
Bro, for a movie that came out literally 20 years ago, to blow out the movies that are coming out as new movies now is astounding, number one.
Yeah.
What's less shocking to me is that it was done by Star Wars, because the original 6 movies with George Lucas at the helm were masterpieces, every single one of them, including Episode 1 with Jar Jar Binks. Fight me, I don't care.
I like Phantom Menace.
I like Phantom
Duel
Menace.
of the Fates is iconic. Darth Maul.
Yep.
That's good shit.
Yeah. I love a Phantom Menace. But that's Clone Wars.
Yeah, same shit.
With
No, Boston.
Boston Menace, yeah. No,
it's Phantom Menace.
Yeah, you were right. You were right. Yeah.
Okay, well, you looked at me like I was wrong.
Well, I didn't know what you were doing there, and then I had to, connect to my brain.
You knew. Listen, we can't all look like you.
know?
Shirt.
So
we have a
Yeah.
So we have a movie that came out 20 years ago that got re-released and beat out the top movie of the current, box office charts. And that just, you're right, RJ. It just goes to show that people like Star Wars. They just like good Star Wars. I like that line. That'll be a clip on Instagram. You're welcome.
There you go.
Thank you.
But dude, 42 million or 25 million? What is it?
Yeah.
One
I mean, that's free money for them. Disney didn't even make the movie.
And that is frustrating to me. That's frustrating.
That's
but
okay.
Yeah.
I would love to know some opening box office numbers if you got them, if we have, the ability to do this, because it's a light news week. But I would love to know what the opening numbers were for like Force Awakens or.
Force Awakens.
Those are big
held
numbers.
The record for a while.
Oh, really? Okay. What about Episode 10 or Episode 9?
I feel like whatever the last one was probably did shit numbers. The
I will
when
say
Palpatine came back.
I did contribute to this. I saw it on Saturday night
Nice.
with us. Max. Shout out Mac.
Oh, nice.
Pack Theater. and they played a nice little intro video. Hayden came out and he's like, "Thanks for coming to the 20th anniversary." It was cool, but the vibes were great. People were clapping.
Really, I love that. I love
every
that.
meme scene. Like when Obi-Wan says hello there, you got claps. When Anakin is killing children, they all clapped. Pretty awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I mean,
not the younglings.
Because like you got to think if people are going to see a movie that came out 20 years ago, like these are diehards. Because like the generation that grew up on the prequels, like us, like we're kind of at the age now where kind of like we dictate the culture. You know what I mean? Like everyone who kind of dictates like what's in the shit, like it's kind of like our generation now. Like everyone's like, you know, we're in our like late 20s, early 30s, and like these are the movies we all grew up loving. So like even though when they came out they got some hate, like I feel like now like they're so much more appreciated.
Well, that's the thing too, Matt, is I don't know about you. You didn't see it in theaters when it came out, right?
I'm seeing it tomorrow night with Sam Reed. We're getting We're getting Crumbo Cookie and seeing it.
I think to that point is we were too.
Well, we won't spoil anything for you.
We're pretty excited.
Yeah. Go ahead, RJ. Go.
So I think you have a large amount of the population like Matt and I who grew up watching this movie.
I'm sorry.
Never saw it in theaters.
True.
But didn't you see it in theaters?
I did see it in theaters.
Yeah, no, I was 5 years old, so I didn't see it. I was 5, so I was, you know.
So when you saw it in theaters, RJ? Am I right? I know I'm very dramatic. See, here's the thing: is I'm a very emotional, dramatic person, and I've said on countless occasions now over the course of 105 episodes that Revenge of the Sith, seeing it with my father and brother, was a very exciting experience. Am I wrong? Was it not fucking sick in the theater, bro?
Oh, I mean, just that opening sequence with the drums when they open up on the battle above court, like it holds up. I mean, obviously that was like one of the first big movies that was shot on digital. A lot, you know, some scenes look pretty bad.
What?
But then
General Grievous?
Well, no, just like a lot of the sets when they're acting on a fully CG set, it's, you know, it's not as good as it would be today, obviously. But like when they hit a close up like of Yoda or General Grievous, it looks good.
Yeah, I'll never really forget it, man.
Dude, I've been literally waiting to see this movie specifically in theaters since I was literally 5-6 years old. Like my whole life, it's like one movie I have to see in theaters is Revenge of the Sith. Like I have to.
Yeah.
Like I just want to see that lightsaber battle on Mustafar with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
So good.
Like on the big screen.
So good.
Oh, dude, I get goosebumps. Oh, so fucking. I can't wait for it tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
How was the moment where he goes? No.
Oh yeah, when he realized to kill Padme, you know,
it happened.
It did happen.
The thing is, I was thinking about it a lot because you know, as we get older, obviously, like I see the flaws like in the script and the writing, but like George has said time and time again that he made those movies for kids.
Of course.
So I think when you watch this, you have to go in with the child mindset. Like when we were kids, no one gave a shit about the script and how the lines were read.
No, it's just like
exactly.
It's like this is fucking awesome. This Anakin killing kids. Like this is great.
You know? Just from a visual and thematic standpoint, like it's a space opera. I think that this is the best example of like George making it kind of like an operatic thing.
Yeah.
Just the music, everything. You got Palpatine and Yoda fighting in the Senate room. Like it's very epic.
Yeah, and the first two prequels, they were building up to this. You know, this is like the climax of it all.
You're not wrong.
So, and I think he hit. And no, it's just you're right, dude. It's like for our it's such a big part of our childhood, and you see all like there's like 90 different memes from this movie that like you could like easily point out so many memorable lines. It's really cool they're releasing it for 20 years.
So funny. This is something that I will deny on the Bible in court. But I'll just say it was a fake story for the show, but it's true. My dad, we used to go to like Yosemite National Park all the time. We used to live in California.
That's cool.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And they would sell these like, I don't know, they were at the time they were probably 5 foot tall walking sticks, and they had like a compass in the end of them, shit like that. My brother and I used to beat the shit out of each other with these things, pretending they were lightsabers after that movie came out.
That's awesome.
Not kidding. And to us, I mean, they were like 10 feet long because we were so small, you know? But imagine, it's a 5 foot straight and long tree branch that we just out front. After this movie came out, I think the walking sticks got taken away. I mean, we just, you know, just have fun out in the front fucking driveway beating the shit out of each other.
And that's the beauty of like growing up on, you know what I mean? That influences you. There's so much nostalgia behind it.
Yeah.
Like I've probably seen this individual movie more than any other movie ever. Like this one specifically.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, honestly.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Like it's probably not even close, to be honest. Like as a kid, like if I was bored, had Revenge of the Sith. Not even close.
As a kid, like it has nonstop action, so it's
awesome.
an easy one to keep your attention.
It's so sad to me because it's one of those things where it's like you really can't go wrong. It just goes to show you can't go wrong with one of the original 6, and like we've just had such a. I personally have just had such a shit taste in my mouth regarding Star Wars.
It's too bad.
Ever since ever since the end of that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mucked it up.
Yeah, it's just
it's too bad.
It really is.
Dude,
I have the numbers, the box office numbers.
Give me numbers.
So Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Pretty big. At the time, it grossed 517 million opening weekend globally.
Which I'm not surprised about because it was the when did Force Awakens come out?
2015.
2015.
Right. So there was a 10-year gap.
People were hungry.
Yeah.
From 1999 was Phantom Menace, right?
Yeah.
Or 2000?
No, it was 99, and then Attack of Clones was 2002, and then Revenge was 05.
Right. So you had so you had this 9-year period, I guess, 3, 6, 9 years, where it was just Star Wars after Star Wars. He was getting those first 3 out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this 10-year lull gap. They did the acquisition with Lucasfilm became part of Disney and like all this other crap. They bought the franchise.
I started the build.
Nothing happened, and then they're like, it
was awesome.
Like it was a cool thing. Force Awakens comes out. Okay, fine. Go ahead, keep going, RJ, with your numbers.
Well, I was going to say currently now it's 4th all time in opening weekend. It's Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Avengers Infinity War are the top 3.
Interesting.
But then your question about Rise of Skywalker, episode 9, that opened to 373 million globally.
That movie
which
sucked.
is still damn good. But I mean, obviously with that first one, like you said, it was such a moment because they've been waiting so long.
And here's the thing to me, and I could be wrong, and everybody's a Monday morning quarterback. You know what I mean? Like I could totally be wrong here. But had the movies been good, it would have been 500, 500, 500. You know what I mean?
I wanted them to be good. Everyone wanted them.
Listen, okay, well, what you want is regardless.
Decline, definitely.
I'm just saying that those last 3 movies really were nails in a coffin to me. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean,
in comparison to the first 6.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They dropped the ball for sure.
No good.
Especially the last one. I mean, that movie was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I didn't see one. I don't know one. So some people like Last Jedi. I don't know one person that liked that last movie.
Yeah.
Like personally, I don't know.
There's moments in Last Jedi that you can at least be like, that was kind of cool. Like they tried something there, but yeah, the Rise of Skywalker was
insulting. It was honestly insulting.
Mess.
Yeah.
Just in general, box office wise, this was a great weekend for movies. Like a lot of people went to the movies. Sinners made 45 million. The Accountant 2 made 24 million. Minecraft movie made 22. Until Dawn made 8 million.
Dude, I'm gonna see.
So that's
No,
I'm gonna see what?
I'm seeing Accountant 2 also.
I need to watch. I almost watched the first one last night.
Oh,
I
dude,
watched Conclave.
Good film, dude. Accountant's a good film.
I watched Conclave as well.
No, Accountant's a good movie, dude.
But
I like the first Accountant.
But I think this is a good sign, though.
Yeah, he does do that. Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's good to see people back in the movies, and not just seeing one movie, but seeing 4 different movies. You know.
Do you know how long it's playing for, RJ?
Say it again.
Do you know how long Revenge of the Sith is playing for?
I think it's done Wednesday.
It's probably a limited release, so I'd say a few weeks.
No, I think it's done at the Liberty Tree Mall Wednesday. I know.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably a week.
And it started last Wednesday because I looked for Thursday and there were no showings.
Something that would have legs. I think everyone's gonna see it. That initial thing,
Yeah, it seems like it was a 1 week release.
It's interesting. I figured they would have done at least
at the Liberty Tree Mall in Danvers.
No, I hear you. But I'm shocked that they're not doing multiple weekends, at least 2 weekends, because I guarantee you that second weekend would hit harder than the first one. Because people
might be. I mean, sometimes they don't add the screenings until later in the week, so
yeah, that's fair.
Maybe they're seeing.
That's fair.
But I also saw Sinners last week.
Oh yeah, how was it? So you've seen it. Can you give me the premise?
Listen,
like what are we doing here?
I would compare it very similarly to the reaction of the first Black Panther, also a Ryan Coogler movie,
Mhm.
where people, when that came out, people were like, "Oh my god, this is like the greatest Marvel movie ever."
The hype was
And it's
crazy.
a good movie. Like, it's very good. Like, I enjoyed both of these films, but it's not, it's, some people are saying it's the best film of the decade, which is insane. But it's a good movie. It has horror elements, like there's vampires in it, but I think it's nothing crazy. Like, you guys could definitely handle it. Michael B. Jordan plays two characters. So basically Michael B. Jordan, he plays two twin brothers, and they come back home to, I think it's Missouri, after being in Chicago, working with the mob. So one of the brothers worked with Al Capone and the other worked with the Irish mob.
Okay, so it's a period piece, though.
Yeah, in the 1920s. So basically they steal all this booze from the mob and bring it back to Missouri and try to open up a jazz club, a blues club. And then the vampire element comes into it. But it was good. I mean, it was a refreshing, like, again, a new original movie. I'm all for it.
How was Haley in it? Haley Steinfeld.
She's great.
Okay.
She's great.
Josh Allen's fiance.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think he likes, I would,
Oh.
it might be a tough watch for Josh.
Oh, jeez. But a good watch for Matt Samson, you know? That's all I need. Hey, I'll watch it, you know?
Good watch from Matt Samson. I like that.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's great. And God bless for Ryan Coogler. I'm glad that he's doing well.
Yeah, and we
I like
talked about
Coogler.
his deal too, right?
Yes, we did. We did talk about his deal.
Yeah.
I like
So he's definitely bracking in some good cash with this.
Yeah, he's happy.
RJ was right that when that first Black Panther dropped, I don't know if a movie's been talked about. That movie was, I mean, that, Infinity War, and Endgame, like those 1, 2, 3, like I feel like everyone was talking about each of those movies for like months.
Right.
Like, it was insane. Like, they literally everywhere you went,
Ragnarok.
that was the shit. And it was a fun time, man. Like, we were both seniors in high school. Like, it was kind of like a fun time to kind of like be on the Marvel high.
Everything really did collapse in 2019, I think, just in general.
Yeah, Game of Thrones,
Game
Marvel.
of Thrones ended, Rise of Skywalker.
Tom Brady left the Patriots. Like, really, everything went to shit.
Yeah, then COVID.
Yeah, I would say that the general populace might disagree with you guys and say that everything went to shit in 2020. But I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Like, leading up
Yeah.
to 2020. You know?
Yeah, it was a bit of a downward spiral, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. I might go see Sinners. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, check it out. I
Yeah.
think
Maybe watch a trailer.
I'm telling you, it's not like a jump scare movie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's good thematic
Little
stuff
shift.
in it. I think it's good. There's some
Yeah.
other stuff I can bring up after we talk about this next thing,
What are
maybe.
you talking about?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So
Next on the queue.
you know, if you're like Matt, you're gonna want to stay seated, get your just calm, just breathe. We're gonna get through it together. All
All
right.
right.
The new trailer for Wednesday season 2 dropped.
Oh, here we talk. Yes, I'm so happy you put it on the thing. I was a little worried we wouldn't be talking about it.
Of course, we're talking about.
Well, I don't know. You know,
Wednesday.
I don't make the big calls. You know.
All I can say is
someday.
good thing it was a light week.
You know.
Yeah. Adjust just to make sure you're all right. You good? You good?
I'm ready to go.
You gonna
man.
make it?
All right.
Wednesday season 2 trailer drops. RJ, when does it drop on Netflix?
I think it's August 6th, right?
Yeah, I think they're doing that stupid thing where they release half of the season and then wait.
Yeah,
They
it's gonna-
release the
It's going to be August 6th. They're going to drop the first, whatever, and then in September, later on in September, they'll do the other half.
Now, I'm reluctant to ask this next question.
Oh,
Matt, how do you feel about Wednesday as a series?
I think it's incredible. I think it's a great series. I'm not even saying this just because, Jenna Ortega.
But she plays a role.
I'm going to say she is I don't think a person has ever been made better for a character than Jenna as Wednesday Addams. I mean, because before the show, I really didn't know much about Jenna Ortega. Like, not much at all. I knew she was in X, with Kid Cudi. I knew she was kind of like up and coming, and I knew the dance, the Wednesday dance was getting a lot of hype. People were talking about it. So you know what? Let me check out this Wednesday show. I'd never seen any of the Addams Family. I didn't know any of that shit.
Really?
None of it.
You didn't even know the theme song?
No, I knew that. And
Okay.
what's his fucking name?
Lurch.
Yeah, whatever.
The tall guy?
Yeah. So knew that. And so the first scene of the show just
Yeah.
gets you right away. It's Wednesdays at like a high school. And like these kids on the swim team are like making fun of her or whatever. Or
Well.
they're bullying her brother. And she gets like piranhas and puts them in the school. And the piranhas take out all the swimmers, and she's just smiling. It's like a maniacal, like evil. And then her parents ask her about it, and like she goes, "I failed. I should have finished the job."
Do the maniacal.
And I'm like, you know what I mean?
Look at the veins in
It
the
was
eye.
chest day today, and I'm like,
What a pump!
But I'm like, this is a relatable character. You know what I'm saying? No, it really is.
All right.
Batman, Wednesday Addams, and Patrick Bateman. I mean, listen, I think they get bad raps. I think people want to paint them as villains. I don't know why.
Matt's like entered his emo era in everything but appearance.
Yeah,
No,
I guess
and
that's
the,
very
That
true.
extra step.
it's true. The music I listen to is like 3 Days Grace, Linkin Park now.
My Chemical Romance.
No, basically like crossfade. Like it's pretty fucked up. I've done like a whole turn, to be honest. Like I kind of want to like dye my hair like jet black and
The title of the playlist
You know?
is
And Alice
Tobin
in
Bridge.
Chains.
yeah, just have it rain every day. No, but
Alice in Chains. Add that
yeah,
to
Alice
the
in
list.
Chains. No, it's good shit, man. No, I honestly like obviously like it's more of a kid show.
Yeah.
But I do think it's like really well made, and I think her performance. No, actually like not even just because I love her. She does a great job. Some of the other castings I think are really good too, and it's just like a fun time. It's a cutesy kind of show,
It is a cutesy show.
and but it's well made. It's Tim Burton, and I think he does a really good job. And like there's the whole season is like an underlying mystery that Wednesday has to solve. So,
Yeah.
So it's also like kind of cool. You're kind of like trying to figure it out yourself. Like, all right, who did it? Was it him? And then
I do love a whodunit.
yeah,
I
no,
do.
and pretty much they like lead you. They give you a hint, and it's like, oh, they twist and turns, and she's just the best as that character. She doesn't fucking blink. It's awesome. She's
Yeah,
just
it's
maniacal.
incredible.
She's
It does definitely
good.
take a certain type of person to play Wednesday Addams. She has to be very dry, but she has to like get it because there is
Yeah.
a sense of humor.
no,
there
she's a
as
great
well.
actress.
You got to do well. Jenna Ortega is amazing. I think she does well.
Yeah.
I'm impressed so far with season 1. I liked it. I don't know anybody who didn't like it. I feel like it was a huge
It
trend.
was a big hit.
Big hit.
Everyone was talking about it.
I mean, I watched a few episodes, couldn't get into it, but I understand why people like it.
Huh. Okay.
Wasn't my jam.
Ah.
I love Tim Burton, but
Ah.
Really? You didn't like the show, huh?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
think it was more kid driven.
I don't think you're wrong, RJ. Maybe I have this thing where it's like if I start something, I got to finish it. You know what I mean?
That's
So
fair. Yeah,
I watched
bounce
it and I
out.
was like, all right, we got to see what happens. Because I had a feeling that everybody was going to know anyway what happened, and I eventually I'll end up seeing something online. It'll ruin it anyway, so I might as well just binge it, get it out of the way.
Well, maybe I'll give it another shot.
Just
We'll
love
see
that
how season
first
2 is.
that first scene. She's like, I didn't get the job done. It's like, oh,
Yeah, she's kind of badass.
Oh, she's the best, dude.
In a very quiet,
Yeah.
toned down way, but even she has a heart.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
does.
She falls in love with the wrong guy. But she falls in
Yeah.
love.
It's ironic,
What are you gonna do? I would
you-
love for a moment, if we could, RJ, if we could
Sure.
toss this to my lovely producer who has a
Big fan.
thing for goth chicks.
Joshua.
Now, Joshua,
is.
you mentioned to me recently that you haven't seen Wednesday before, right?
Never seen it.
Fuck, man.
But for the sake of your employment here at Wilco Media and at the studio, are you planning on binging season 1 and watching season 2, as Matt will probably want to review each episode?
Yep.
His enthusiasm is kind of persuasive,
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
I will say, Matt, you are very good. One thing that you are very consistent with is your pick of the opposite sex. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
huh.
Like if you say that they're top notch, they usually are.
Dua
pretty,
Lipa,
pretty top.
Jenna
notch.
Ortega.
Yep.
Like we're not fucking around.
That's
This
what
is-
I'm saying.
This is the creme of the creme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
and you know when Matt likes something too.
It's true. Yeah, I'm not
And
gonna
you
hide
know
it.
when you don't. You know?
Yeah.
You do know when you don't. God, that's the worst English.
Yeah. No, I mean, just call a spade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You do know when you don't.
call it how it is. I mean, let's just be honest there.
So what do you think, Josh? You gonna watch it? You gonna take a peek?
I'm gonna have to get through season 1 first. I can't watch season 2 without knowing the first season.
No, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
that would
Like,
make sense to
Oh,
probably
yeah, yeah,
watch
yeah.
the first season of the show before season 2. Usually that's
Makes a little bit of sense, yeah.
Rank
Yes.
a few out.
that's usually how it goes.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Okay, RJ. Thank you.
I think it's like 30 minutes. No, Josh, honestly though, it's a quick watch, man. I think.
It's very.
It's a
They're
quick
like
episodes.
half-hour episodes. Bang right through
Yeah,
'em.
man. No, you could watch that in a weekend if you want.
Yeah,
What-
easily.
What I want to see is a crossover kind of mob flick with Krista Milioti and Jenna Ortega.
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
She's also in 2 movies that just came out. She's in Death of a Unicorn and the new Weekend movie.
Milioti
I was
or
going to
Jenna
ask you,
Ortega.
are you going to see the new Weekend movie?
I kind of want to see both of them, to be honest. Death of a Unicorn
Death
got
of a Unicorn. I didn't see good
and George
yeah,
Clooney.
that Weekend movie probably not going to be good.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. I just like him.
Oh,
It's
you're
like,
right. I know.
dude, stick to the fucking music, man.
I know.
Like I
don't
know that movie's just going to be some self-indulgent like
Yeah, it's
thing
true.
about him tripping out on drugs and oh my
Jenna.
god,
What
he has
makes
sex
you
with
say
women and does cocaine? Like
what
Yeah.
makes
get
you
over
say
it.
that, RJ? I thought The Idol was such a great series.
Well,
did
that
really,
yeah,
really well.
exactly that, and just his music is very like narcissistic, and I like him as a singer, but just him as a whatever he wants to tell in a movie, I'm really not that interested,
Yeah.
and I don't think he's a good actor either.
No, he's not good.
I'll probably see it for. Dude, I might see Death and that one for Jenna, even if both movies suck. But I'll
We
wait
should
if they,
just wait for that because Death of a Unicorn's
Yeah.
an A24, so that'll be on HBO soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they come out bad reviews, I'll wait till they drop and I'll be an at-home watch. But definitely gonna see Accountant too. Probably Christian's a big Accountant guy, so it might.
I'm not surprised
Yeah, I
by
got-
that.
Christian.
Go
No,
watch it.
Christian actually was the one who told me to watch it,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Dude, you got to watch this shit."
Yeah.
We're big.
Yeah.
We're big Ben guys too. He's just on Theo Vaughn. It was a good interview.
Was it?
Oh
I-
yeah,
I
did you
didn't watch the
that?
whole thing. I just watched clips.
You know, it's funny. Very similarly to RJ. RJ sent me the interview.
Oh,
and
nice.
very similar to RJ with his Wednesday viewing. I started that episode.
No, not a fan, huh?
I just couldn't get into it because to me it's like I knew it was it's the only reason these people go on these podcasts now
promote.
is to promote. Like he was promoting The Accountant too.
Well,
You
that's
know
like
what I
the
mean?
new talk show instead of going on all
Theo
Jimmy
Vaughn is a
Fallon. and-
good
Hey,
way of
I've been
getting
saying it,
things
pod-
out of people.
Podcasting is the new Carson. That's what it is.
Mhm.
You
No,
know?
it really is.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Theo Vaughn, you know, he's good. I feel like maybe this is a hot take, I don't know, but I feel like his allure and his jokes and
Yeah.
his style was very big 3 years ago.
Yeah. Oh
big
wow,
fan.
you're a little old. I like. Listen, I like Theo Vaughn, but that's me. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
It-
I'm
I
a big
just think
I'm
he
a
gets-
big
I think he's very genuine too, and I think that
Yeah,
attracts
I mean,
a lot of people.
yeah, okay. You know who else I think is genuine, who I really enjoy, is Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon is for me personally, I would rather watch Ben Affleck on a Tim Dillon podcast than a Theo Vaughn podcast. That's me. That's all.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
I just watch both.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying I couldn't get into it. Everything is like
The Tim
Yeah,
Dillon
yeah.
podcast or
Let's
the
do that.
Theo Vaughn podcast when he had Tim Dillon on last year was so good. When they're talking about like the hoarder, how people in LA like go into empty houses, and they were talking about how they should start all the homeless people should start like a play, a musical place where they invite all the local community to watch them do like Catcher in the Rye and Of Mice and Men.
yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, I feel like that episode of the Tim Dillon on Theo Vaughn, that was absolutely hilarious. Where they just laughed.
Yeah.
for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
It's very funny. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. I
Yeah.
like it all. I think it's great. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. I like
Me
these
too.
little
Tim
quick
Dillon
hitter
has a new
ones.
special out
That's
on
good.
Netflix. You watch that?
Really? Oh yeah.
That's what
Stand up
the Kevin
special.
Spacey thing was. That was an ad for that. Oh my god. I don't know what the name of it now is. Did you listen to his last podcast? That he said what he wanted to name the special.
No.
So it's called like let me see what it's called now. But obviously it's Netflix, so you know they had some pushback on what he could name it.
I thought it was great.
Oh, you know what? Another great. While we're on the topic of podcasts, Joe Rogan had Robert Rodriguez on, the
Oh, yeah?
director.
How was that?
Very good. Awesome.
Was it?
Very good.
Yeah.
Kind of
I like it.
inspiring how he got his start. I didn't really know about because obviously him and Tarantino came up together. But
Yeah.
he lived in Austin, Texas, and Tarantino was in LA.
Yeah.
And Robert Rodriguez kind of did his own thing in Texas. It's really interesting.
I like that. I'll
Good
give it a
stuff.
look.
Yeah.
I'll give it a look. Give it a look. See.
Yeah.
He made Spy Kids. Great
Can't go
picture.
wrong.
That's like another movie of our childhood.
Can't go wrong with Spy
Yeah.
Kids.
It's kind of cool. Like all these movies, like we grew up watching. Like now they kind of, influencing pop culture and like have like a following. Like we grew up as kids because like we're at the age now where like people our age are, you know what I mean, influencing people. So it's kind of cool.
What's
Yeah.
I got a question.
Hey,
Oh, question of the day.
there it is.
What's a movie maybe from your childhood or in general that you'd like to see re-released? that you'd be there day one for. If they
Revenge
put it
of
in
the
the
Sith,
theaters.
obviously, but I'll do a different answer.
What?
Oh, you go first, RJ. You go first.
I'd love to see Heat re-released. I'd like to see
All right,
that.
well,
That's a movie from your
I
childhood.
feel like you were probably 5 years away from being conceived.
No, but I was
Yeah.
saying or in general.
Oh, all right. Well, that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what'd be cool?
The Godfather.
Not,
I mean, what do you want?
not for my childhood, but I feel like Back to the Future, man. That is just kind of like a magical
Oh, yeah,
feel
that'd be
to
a
it.
good one.
Yeah.
Like just a magical kind of like movie feel. Like this is a, I think that'd be really cool to see on the big screen.
Oh, the Dark Knight trilogy, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good one. We saw Inception re-released, which was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I would go see in the theater?
RJ.
It's not a big deal movie, but I would go see it.
Yeah.
The Mask.
You're big Matt, dude. This is
love
you've
The
mentioned the Mask at least like 7 or 8 episodes.
Yeah, well, we've only done 105, so I
No,
don't think it's that bad.
like for the Mask, I feel like that's a lot of references.
Or same Jim Carrey. I would do a Bruce Almighty. I would like to watch
good
a
movie,
Bruce
too.
Almighty. It's a good movie. It's a fun flick.
Yeah.
And this is like you can watch these
Yeah,
movies
whatever,
anytime
yeah,
on
yeah. But it'd be
streaming,
cool.
whatever. In the theater specifically, I would go see The Grinch again. That's a good one. I'd go see that.
Probably Rocky 4. I'd want to
When
see
I
in
think of
theaters.
a movie like going to the theater,
Pirates.
Black
Pearl. Curse of the Black
Curse
Pearl.
of the Black Pearl. I would go
No,
see.
we hit it. Dun, dun,
Absolutely.
dun, 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 and on the
Day
big screen.
one,
Sick.
I would go see that.
Return of the King, Lord of the Rings.
I just feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the '90s and early 2000s, like right before the financial crash,
Yeah.
08,
It was a shit. It was awesome.
it was like everybody was fucking happy.
Dude, let me just say this. I don't want to be one of these old men, but it was better. It just was.
The '90s weren't a bad time.
The late 90s, early like our childhood was fucking awesome, dude.
Everybody was like, you always had toys. You had to skip it.
The
you know
sun
what
was
I mean?
shining. You know what ruined everything was social media, the smartphone. That's when everything,
Kind of went to shit.
Yeah, before that, things were good. The air was fresh.
It was.
You had Heelys. Remember
did.
Heelys?
I never had them, but I knew.
Yeah,
about
you
them.
knew
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Things were good. You had Cat Dog. Remember that show?
Cat Dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cat
Shows
Dog.
like that.
Yeah, Hey Arnold.
Courage.
you know?
Oh, hey Arnold.
Dude, the guy who made Courage a Cowardly Dog just passed away.
Oh,
Like
rest
he
in
was like
peace.
super young too. He died. He's like 62 or something like that.
Foster's Home. Like there was just so
Foster's
much.
Home for Imaginary Friends.
It was just like a better time.
It was.
It's a better time to be
We
alive.
should get back to that.
Man, I've been trying to go back on the train to 2007 for a long time now.
Well, it was a little bit of a light week this week. We'll keep them nice and quick, but Matt has to get back to tanning, and
7 UV today.
that's right. And RJ has to go watch Revenge of the Sith again
Oh,
in theaters.
I got one.
Go what? That was
Brief
a great
one.
outro.
Since we said we both, Nick and I watched Conclave yesterday. This came out this morning. Brad Pitt to star in new A24 film from Conclave director Edward Berger.
I'm listening.
Obviously, great director. He did what do you call it? Fucking All Quiet on the Western Front as well.
Yeah.
It's an adaptation of Tim Winston's novel of the same name. It's called The Riders.
Mhm.
Let's see. It follows a man who travels around Europe with his daughter looking for their wife and mother who has gone missing. Pretty vague. That's all we know. But A24, Edward Berger, Brad Pitt, I'm in. I'm there.
There you go. How about that?
Right.
Thank you for interrupting
on
my
that, huh?
perfect outro
There it is.
for the for that. So, like and subscribe to the Movie Mob. It's every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure that you tell your friends about it, and if for no other reason, watch it on mute and watch Matt.
There it is.
There you go. We love it. We appreciate
Get
it.
those views up. Send those links.
Matt, thank you for being here. Joshua, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And RJ, thank you for zooming in as always.
Sure.
Appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week. RJ, take it away.
How you doing?